my very first vlog, guys, and I'm so excited. It's about a productive day in my life. I've honestly been taking my time on this. In as much as I really want to bring to you interesting and trendy contents, I'm still careful so I don't get carried away, forgetting the main purpose of this channel. I had just woken up and I was so pressed, guys. I had to go ease myself. So the next thing I did was to brush, making use of the Oral-B toothpaste. Another one I like is the Colgate Herbal toothpaste. I feel like it gives that minty yet calm feel and goes a long way to keep the mouth fresh for a longer period of time. After a lot of skincare products on my skin overnight, I have to wash it off this morning so my skin can breathe a little bit. And I made use of the Long Reach Bamboo soap. And yes, my skin is coming back to life. I've learned to take my skincare seriously, especially in this part of the world, even with all the harsh weather conditions and everything. Ah, my dear, let us learn to take skincare seriously because the brown skin is even supposed to be the envy of all. Anyway, I had stopped using the random towels on my face because I realized that no matter how and where you keep it, it still has a way of picking germs and dirt, either from surfaces or just air. So ever since I started using this paper towel on my face, I realized a great change on my skin, and I make sure to wrap it really well and keep it away from surfaces. Yes, lights on. So I'm not really a coffee person and it's pretty much early for me, so I'll just go get me some water from the kitchen. At this point, I just realized that my mom was going to see this video and I'll be in so much trouble if she realized that I took cold water instead of warm water in the morning. Please don't laugh at me. So I just boiled water. I just don't like the taste of hot water, honestly. But what to do now? Yes, it's devotion time. Very important. Any other day I begin without spending time with God, no matter how little, usually ends up not so cool. So I have learned to appreciate every me and God time. I actually make use of the Open Heavens Daily Devotional by Papa E.A. Adeboye. I've actually used this since I was a child during my family daily devotional. And till now, I still get immensely blessed by it. So I actually downloaded it on my system and also on my phone. So anyone that is close, I get to use it. And for some days, the devotional has been talking about demonic oppressions, while today it's centered on depression. I believe we should take up this series on this channel soon. But honestly, I've come to realize that this life is more spiritual than physical. The Holy Spirit said something to me recently. He said, "The devil is your arch enemy and doesn't want any good thing your way. He won't appear to you at night and stab you with a knife. He will always go through people, through your experiences, all just to get into your mind with his lies and begins to magnify them. Then he strikes." And one person that has been depressed a lot of times and even attempted suicide, 4 times. And I strongly believe that once he succeeds to get to you with one lie, you will definitely believe all other lies unless God intervenes. And that makes me believe that demonic oppressions are real. Yeah, so there are times it gets really emotional. So at this point, I was literally just listening to a song as well, waiting for God to speak to me.
So it's actually my my only brother's birthday today. I just remembered. Honestly, I totally forgot. So I'm pretty much calling him. Why is it taking time to come out? Okay, it's here already. I can't wait for him to pick up when you speak with him, baby boy, for the fit. Happy birthday to
So one person I never failed to speak to with in a day, as bad as it be, whether on chat, video calls or direct call, is my mom. And today she called a bit earlier. She sounded so full of life and I was so happy. Anyway, I just made my bed and I will sweep as well. I feel like we talk a lot about consistency, yet we do not fully understand its power when it comes to winning. Quite alright, the very first step to winning is knowledge. Knowing and understanding what you're set out to win. It's even more important to know what you want to win than wanting to win on that thing. But most times, because we don't totally know the essence or our confidence is bruised as well as our consistency. Then when the wind blows, people talk, we experience challenges, we unnecessarily get confused and lose confidence. Let's talk about consistency and its power when it comes to winning. Baby girl has just had a bath, done her skincare and is looking all fly. Honestly, there's this extra confidence that comes with looking good, whether you're staying in or you're going out. Just look good, my dear, and appreciate the work of God. God's masterpiece, you know. Honestly, my stomach at this point had already started disturbing me. So please, let's go and look for breakfast, I beg.
So I was actually waiting for. I'm making quicker oats, guys. My anytime, any day favorite breakfast. Okay, so I'm making quicker oats, and I'll be taking it with bread. So I pretty much just put the water on fire, and I waited for it to boil. So it's boiling right now. I'll just go ahead and add my quicker oats.
Boiling. I realize I no longer eat a lot lately, and my mom thinks it has to do with how less of attention I've paid to food recently. I'm curious though, what do you think? So while I had my breakfast, I quickly jumped onto YouTube and just to see how our page is doing, and I'm so excited because we were at I think 827 subscribers at the point I did this vlogging. I actually did it on the 5th, and I've seen a lot of growth even in the engagement and everything. Well done, guys. Please go ahead and subscribe, okay? I really appreciate you all. I do not take you for granted. Just engage by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Oh, tada! We are done. So yes, I did the dishes as well immediately. So recently I've been inspired to do the dishes immediately I'm done eating. Okay. At this point, I think it was around 10:30, and yes, it is school time. I have learned two things being a student, which are consistency and discipline. And that leads me to what I really want us to talk about in the course of this vlogging, that is consistency and its power in winning. I feel like consistency is so hard, strong, that at some point it would turn sour and tiring, but that's a proof that you're doing it right. Many times it would make you appear a fool and a nuisance, but note, it is part of the script. Let me create a scenario with the rain. Have you ever been out on a sunny day, I mean very hot, and it begins to drizzle? I can tell you begin to feel relieved and pleased because it will bring a bit of calm to the burning weather. The bit of air that comes with the rain has a way of making you glad, and you also know, of course, that whenever it's sunny and rainy at the same time, it's never taken serious. So at that point, you are not worried. That is equivalent to the season of your life I would like to call the definition season. At this point, you're pretty much just cohabiting, you're just living in the eyes of everyone around you. Yet to define your life, you're yet to understand your purpose, you're yet to put you together. So at that point, you don't really have any problem. But let's say gradually the sun goes in and it gets all cloudy and the drizzle increases just a bit. That is a sign of rain. Now, most people get scared and worried because a lot of them have a lot of things to achieve, but the rain might stop them. Some others are not driving, some are trekking and wouldn't want to get drenched by the rain. And some people begin to get scared because, oh, maybe they have issues with flood, or they do not live in a good or proper house or something. People just get scared to an extent. I feel like that is equivalent to the season of your life where you have been able to define your life, and at that point, I bet you have become somewhat a threat to some people. If maybe there were people you were working with and you were always saying yes to them, you were always doing everything they wanted just because, oh, what do you know, Kwan? At that point, you have been able to come out of that naive state and you started defining your life. So, anyone and everyone that sees you at that point sees you as a threat. Oh, yeah. So, I was actually done with school stuff and I had this video to edit. This is the video where I talked about misconceptions about Christianity. And if you've not seen it, just go ahead and look for the link in the description box. Did I say description? Please, it is description. Oh God, description. So at this point, I actually just gave my girls a video, a live ministration of Minister Mercy Chinwa Blessed on YouTube, and man, you could tell I was having a good time. And yes, so one thing that keeps me going is music now. You know. You know how they say that God is like a mountain, that the higher you climb, the more you fear Him because you're realizing how much of a mystery He is. I feel I'm like at that season of my life, and this song is really inspiring me. This is my current favorite song, Jehovah Olubeja. I have quite a lot of things I'm most grateful to God for, but one of it is how God is able to fight our secret battles for us, even without our consent. He just fights it for us. Honestly, it's amazing to me. Now, talking about consistency, please take note. You are not becoming a threat to these people because you're doing the wrong thing. No, you're doing the very right thing. In fact, it is purpose you're fulfilling by realizing yourself and beginning to take some steps towards achieving those goals and dreams of yours. So you're becoming a threat to these people because we all are humans and we have this natural tendency of being selfish. So to some people that are in your life, remember they might have met some plans, selfish plans, which they have you in it, wanting to use you as an instrument. But because you're no longer naive and you're beginning to open your eyes to the reality of your life, you are automatically going against their selfish plans, which they may not have even opened up to you about, and you're automatically becoming a rebel because you're frustrating their plans, and resentment will definitely come in. Okay, animosity. So also have it noted in your mind that we are humans and change is constant. There are different stages and points of our lives. We are meant to lose some people at some point, to get new friends, to get into new circles, to break out and just grow. So don't feel bad if you get to this point or season of your life and other persons are so selfish to the point that when someone around them begins to seem like they are doing better, they get so pissed and it's not right. So it is not from you. Never you at any point feel that the issue is from you. Please don't laugh at me. I was picking my eyes. Okay, at this point, it was already past 3 and I was hungry. This is my way of stretching my body, Joe. Let's look for lunch, I beg. Okay, so I think it's noodles. The fastest food you can lay your hand on that will have oil inside. Okay, just join me while we make the noodles while I continue my consistency talk. So let's say that finally it begins to rain and heavily. Or more, the worst has happened. Thinking about the people that had a lot to achieve in the day and the rain is already frustrating their plans. Thinking about those who are not driving, who their houses are far, they'll definitely be drenched by the rain. How about those that are living in the very or floody area? They are definitely beginning to pack up their things as usual, getting ready for the flood, or more, it can be heartbreaking. But now I'm beginning to understand what the Bible meant when it said that all things work together for good to those that love God and all of that. Because the same way this rain is causing a lot of mishap is the same way a lot of persons somewhere are praying for the rain and are thanking God because it has started raining. I remember one time I was involved in a flood. I mean, it rained so much that where I was living, it got flooded and it took a lot of lives and spoiled a lot of people's property. But do you know that the rain did not even consider, I've caused a lot of harm to a lot of persons, let me stop. It continued raining. I mean, it was so annoying. Now, what am I saying in earnest? This is the season of your life when you have started growing, you have started getting results, you have started winning a lot, maybe still failing at some point, but winning more, obviously. Now, at this point, some people would so hate you while some others will love you. You will become a blessing and a testimony and answered prayer to some others, while you will become some people's worst enemy. Think about that. Now that is consistency. When the rain will keep falling until it falls, everything it planned to rain or drop before it stopped, not minding whatever mishap it must have caused. Someone said, and I quote, the difference between the big and little shots is that the little shots kept shooting till it became a big shot. You must get ready to become a nuisance and chaos to some, as well as a blessing and an answered prayer to others if you must get above average. Meaning, to some, you would appear a fool, and to others, you would be the wisest. To some, you would appear wrong and evil, even than more than the devil, while others, you would appear as white as snow. The early, the better you would understand this. A quick example is the story of the blind beggar Bartimaeus who called out to Jesus for mercy and healing. Now, initially, this man would always sit there and beg. Yes, people were helping him and all of that, but realized that the moment Jesus was passing, he just heard the noise of people following Jesus and all of that. Because he couldn't see, he had to ask what was going on. And when he was told, he took the right advantage of it. How? He started asking for help. He started shouting for help. And because every other person that was following Jesus needed Jesus' help, Bartimaeus became a threat to them, and they realized that with how unapologetic, consistent, and how loud he had become, he became a nuisance. But do you know, in as much as people were trying to shun him and stop him, Bartimaeus did not stop shouting. In fact, he became even louder until he got Jesus' attention. And that is a beautiful thing, because you know, he received his sight. So you really need to be ready to become a nuisance or to be misunderstood by people if you must get above average. Remember, the moment Bartimaeus was able to get Jesus' attention, the same persons that were shutting him down were the same persons that helped him get to Jesus. Success is everybody's friend. And woohoo, this looks so yummy, guys. Don't judge me. I have a weakness of always wanting 2 eggs in my noodles. Please don't judge me. I had to eat alone. If you were close, I would have asked you to take 1 or 2, you know. But you're not close. I had to enjoy it alone. No, I'm not stingy. Just know that. I beg Joe, can you see the smoke that is coming out? Baby's enjoying. I really want to take me back to that day. So while I ate, baby girl had to do some Netflix. I beg. I saw this movie, The Mystic River. I really enjoyed myself. It's actually a story about the Nigerian culture of a village where pregnant women are sacrificed to bring prosperity because the land is cursed. These people kill innocent pregnant women to keep the affluence of the village's land. But things take a different route when a young couple arrives at the village with their unborn child. Apparently, the lady got transferred to the village as a doctor. So what will happen to her? Anyway, I think you should go see the movie yourself and get the answers to the queries. I get very emotional in movies. I think I did something around here. Don't laugh too much. You're permitted to laugh, but not too much. Just watch and see what I did. And go. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm back. Martin Pekin on tire. So at this point, I was literally whispering, but in my mind, I thought I was talking very loud. I guess I was just trying to be careful not to wake anyone up. Okay, guys, so this is the end of this vlog. Funny enough, I had even slept off. I remembered somehow that I have not ended the vlog. Omo, I look so stressed. You could tell that I was tired from vlogging. I mean, filming all day. What is this? I always thought that vlogging was just get bits and bits of what you are doing in a day, and that's all. Omo, it was really stressful. But thank you so much if you stayed up until now. I really do appreciate you, and I don't take it for granted. I feel cool, and do let me know what you think about this vlog, as well as let me know if you want me to come up with stuff like this in the future. I'll try to look for a way to keep up with it while I still try to be conscious of the very main purpose of this channel. Thank you all so much, and I'll definitely see you in my next episode. Bye and peace.